Hey y'all, Lugo here. I am bringing you my endgame minion build for my Lich. We are rocking a ton of critical damage, critical chance. We are rocking some shock damage from our Storm Mages, and our Unholy Might passive from our Ascendancy adds on to that with chaos damage. Very powerful for mapping, especially for bossing. And thank you for everyone who watched my leveling guides for this build. Do not forget to subscribe and like the video, and let's get to the build. So before we start, everything is going to be on Mobalytics. I will have a link in the description below if you wish to follow along a written guide. You can bookmark that. That way everything is shown there for you. Let's go over the gear. We are rocking a Omen Scepter because we get Malice. So Malice increases your critical hit chance against enemies because it gives them critical weakness. So when you hover over critical weakness, targets to have 0.5% to critical hit chance, and it can stack up to 20 times. And we are walking around all the enemies, just stacking critical weakness around them while our minions do the damage. Now, we barely get up to 20 stacks because we are destroying everything around us. This is mostly for bossing. But even for bosses, I've never seen it go up to 20 stacks because we are disintegrating everything in about 5 to 10 seconds. I will have showcases of some boss fights at the end if you want to see that and stick around. But yes, we are rocking this scepter. Now, the most important nodes you want to look for are, of course, minion skills, like plus levels to those. Allies in your presence deal increased damage, and allies in your presence have increased critical hit chance. Now, if you can get critical hit chance and critical hit damage on one scepter, that is really good. And of course, we need Spirit. Spirit equals more minions. Minions equals more damage. Very important. This was a very good... I actually crafted this scepter. So if you wish to craft your own, this is the league for it. It's much easier than before because of the new abyssal crafting methods they are. And then for our socket, we are using allies in your presence deal increased damage. Rings. Just get any rings that give you resistance. We are not doing any casting of our own. We are not doing any damage of our own. We are a support character for our minions, so anything as far as increased like mana regen, we're not casting anything. Light radius is probably the most dumbest node you could get at all on any gear. And then just another ring for some resistance as well. Amulet though. Amulet is very important. I have a solar amulet, gives me plus 15 to spirit, and then make sure you get spirit on your amulet. Like I said, spirit is our main stat for damage because the more spirit we have, the more minions we can rock. And also try to get some attributes. Any sort of attributes can help. That way you can allocate your points on your passive tree much better. I used a abyss crafting method and got some rarity on it. That's nice. Now for our amulet, our allocations, I'm saving up to get, I think it's called Right Hand of Darkness. We took these points off from our leveling guide because we are not using anything that will benefit from our area effects by only 8%. But I do wish to use this again, so that way I will allocate this node on my amulet whenever I can. Minions have 10% chance to inflict wither on hit. This would just increase our overall damage because we do have Unholy Might, which gives our minions chaos damage. So if they are withered, it would just do more damage overall. So let's go back to our gear. Chest piece. Main stat, spirit. I luckily fractured a spirit mod on there, so that way I can roll some different mods on there. Pretty much get spirit, energy shield, and resistance on your chest piece. Helmet, main mod is levels to minion skills. Very important. Get some energy shield and resistance. Then we have our unique shield here that gives us +1 to maximum spirit per 25 maximum life. So The more life you are stacking, the more spirit you'll get because of the shield, and then the more minions you'll have, the more damage you'll deal. Now, if you think using this shield will make you a bit squishier and you are dying by one-shots, keep a focus on so you can have some more energy shield until you get to the point where you're comfortable rocking and walking around with less energy shield, and then slap this bad boy on. This shield cost me about, I believe it was about 180 exalts. You could probably find one maybe 170, 160, depends on the market at the time. But try your best to get one for at least for it to have 15% to all elemental resistance. That will help your resistance overall. And then if you wish to add some sockets, either add some resistance or anything that will increase your energy shield as well. And then our boots are another unique that all minion builds are using nowadays. It's very powerful. Increased reservation efficiency of skills, which create undead minions. Makes our minions a bit cheaper so we can rock more of them. These are very good and very powerful. These are the first uniques I recommend for you to get. It helps a lot with the spirit of your minions. We are rocking a normal heavy belt. It has 2 charm slots, and make sure to get some resistance and maximum life for it. And then our gloves here are just resistant gloves. There's not many big nodes you can get on gloves for minions. And then our charms, we are rocking a golden charm for more rarity when we kill rares or uniques. Immunity to bleeding and immunity to frozen. And then your basic mana flasks and health flasks. That's it for the gear. All right, let's go over the skill gems I'm using. Malice, we get this from our scepter. We're adding prolonged duration on there. Raise shield we get from our shield, of course. I don't even use this. You can use this if you wish. Unearthed, our good old unearthed buddies, our scorpion buddies. So I don't really use this at all anymore. The only time I probably summon them is if we're fighting abyss monsters and it can get chaotic. I just summon them just to roleplay having a bigger army against the abyss army. If you wish to do the same, they do help out clearing maps because they're going around exploding when they get low life as well. And because of minion instability, once they do get to low life, they explode and it can cause a chain effect as well. Rapid attacks on that and feeding frenzy for more damage. Then our specter that we are using is Power Zealots. Very powerful. Their spark abilities is very strong, especially paired up with wild shards here. They have a 25% chance to fire 8 projectiles in a circle. And if you have many of these out at once, your screen will be filled with sparked projectiles going everywhere. Stacking that with crit damage, it is very, very powerful. Pierce, so they can go through all enemies, even though they lose less damage, it still is very powerful. And then projectile acceleration 2. They have 40% chance to pierce an enemy, but the one we're looking at is skills have 40% more projectile speed. Now, our second minion that we are using are Storm Mages, and the main reason we are using them is to apply shock to enemies. Our first support gem is Shock. Applying shock to enemies increases damage dealt to them, so this is very handy, especially for bosses. We are using Shock Conduction. That way, if you do apply shock on one enemy, you have a chance to apply shock to enemies around that same enemy you just shocked. And then Lightning Exposure as well. Now, I have 3 gems for all of these skill gems here. Not 3 gems, 3 support gems for them. But on the mobilytics, I added if you get greater orbs, greater jeweler orbs for them, and I added more support gems so that way you know how to upgrade them as well. And then Pain Offering we are using mostly for like a big pack of monsters, a lot of rares that are coming out, and especially against boss fights. What this does is increases attack and cast speed and gives your minions increased damage as well. You will most likely be sacrificing a Storm Mage. I've never seen it work on a Spectre before. So that's why we're rocking at least 3 Storm Mages. That way, once we use Pain Offering, we still have 2 Storm Mages to apply our shock. Prolonged duration, sacrificial offering, and meat shield. Meat shield is on there so that way when you do cast this, it's harder to destroy by the enemies as well. Now, Blasphemy is here, but I am not currently using this because I have not found any upgrades for my skill gems. So my elemental weakness is level 17, and Curse do not apply to enemies above level 78. I've been doing maps that are level 80, 81, and so this is useless. So I just turn off Blasphemy to save some spirit and added some more power zealots. But if you're able to enable Blasphemy and wish to use it, we are using elemental weakness. So we walk around lowering everyone's elemental resistance. We are using magnified area 2 and heightened curse. And if you get a greater jeweler's orb and enable it here, get hex bloom. So it has a chance to spread out through all the enemies in the pack. On Mobalytics, like I said, I do have the fourth support gems for all these skills, just in case you wonder how to upgrade them later on. But yes, that is for the skills. Here we are going to go over the passive tree next. All right, passive tree. Let's start with our ascendancies. We are going to get Unholy Might. Increases the damage of our minions by adding chaos damage on top of their damage. Unholy Might grants 30% of all damage as extra chaos damage. Very powerful. Then we are getting Soulless Form. 10% of the damage taken bypasses energy shield. No inherent mana regen, so we don't need to stack mana regeneration at all. Regenerate mana equal to 6% of our maximum life. So stacking life helps our mana. We aren't really casting at all, but that does help in the early games, early mapping game. As well as stacking life increases our spirit because of our unique shield. And then we are getting this node to open up a jewel, and jewels are very important for this node here. I found one that gives me minion, have increased critical hit chance, damage, and I have increased maximum shield. I corrupted it. Luckily, it did not break and gave me 10% to lightning resistance. And then slotting in here increases the jewel by 100%. So this was a massive upgrade for my build. Gave me, as you can tell, 32% increase maximum energy shield, 20% to lightning res, 38% to crit hit chance for our minions, and 50% increased crit damage bonus for our minions. Very nice. So let's start with the actual tree. We are moving up, getting all these minion nodes, and just a reminder, everything is going to be on Mobalytics, so you can look at that as well. Get all the attributes you need. Now, you don't have to completely copy mine. If you need intelligence somewhere, dexterity, strength, change it up. I went to the right here, got some increased maximum energy shield. Got these nodes here for our minion life, as well as minions increase life and increase damage, more attack and cast speed. Movement speed as well is very nice, but they're pretty fast, so you know, and they also teleport and respawn pretty quickly. More damage here as well. Going up, another jewel slot, get some cast speed if you can, critical hit chance or critical hit damage for our minions. It's very valuable. Going to the left here, some increased maximum life for our minions, some chaos res, as well as more life as well. Now, these nodes here are pretty important. Minions have 40% increased critical bonus to damage and critical hit chance as well. Coming down here, more maximum energy shield. This one helps with having some more tankiness to your character. Increase maximum energy shield coming here, more cast speed, more elemental resistance for our minions, making them much more tanky. Minions are our bread and butter for our damage, so if they're dying a lot, then you will probably die a lot as well. So make sure they are tanky as well. More damage here, more increased area of effect, and 20% cooldown recovery rate. Now that works with our zealots and their spark ability, as well as our storm mages with their, I think it's called like lightning storm or something that they cast down. So this just increase the amount of times they do it while they're fighting. Very useful. Now, coming down here will be our last thing we get, but it's just more minion damage and more damage and increased critical hit chance as well. But these last nodes are what I got for my final couple levels. I am only level 88, so if you have more levels, I did upgrade, or not upgrade, but update the mobalytics to show you where you can spend your points as well if you're a higher level than me. Now coming up north, get some more energy shield nodes here, increase energy shield recharge rate as well as faster start to it. Coming up here, another jewel socket. You can put more crit damage or cast speed for your minions. I have minions have 10% to all elemental resistance and increased damage. Very nice. And then increased aerial effect of curses. If you're going to be using blasphemy, this is going to help that, as well as malice. Coming down here, get some nodes for more minion damage and attack and cast speed. Very useful for them to cast as fast as possible. Things are going to be dying faster. And they can have a chance to cast their cooldown recovery abilities as well. Up here is another node for our increased reservation efficiency for minion skills. So this pairs up well with our unique boots to just make sure our minions cost a bit less so we can use more of them. To the right here is more increased maximum energy shield to make us more survival. Gives us more survivability. I show in mobalytics that we do get this node. Just this will probably be my next level node here. And then coming to the right, more maximum life, some evasion rating, and critical hit chance. Very important. This is a crit build for our minions, so all the crit hit chance is very important for us. More crit damage and more crit damage. Very powerful build, especially for single target. And then coming over here, just to make our minions more tanky, we add some elemental resistance. Here, and here. 22% to all elemental resistance and maximum elemental resistance. Very nice. Some intelligence nodes here. And increase maximum energy shield. But you get 20% slower start to energy shield recharge rate. That's okay. The positives outweigh the negatives for this node here. And like I said, again, everything on mobalytics will be updated for a little later in the levels, so you can just follow along if you're a higher level than me as well. But yes, that's the passive tree. I appreciate everyone who's been watching my videos recently for Path of Exile 2. I am a small creator, so it means a lot for every subscription I get, every like I get. I do have some showcases for this build against some bosses at the end if you wish to stick around. If not, thank you again for watching this video. Hopefully it helps. I had a blast playing this build. I'm still going to be playing it, and I'm thinking about doing maybe another character. I'm not sure which one yet. If you do have some recommendations on some fun ones, leave it in the comments below. And if you're new to Witch, I do have leveling guides and progression guides from Act 1 all the way to Act 4 and the interlude acts, and a early mapping leveling guide as well. Thanks again, guys, and I will see you next time. Take care and live safe. Bye. All right, Dark Domain boss, I guess. Let's see what this is about. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot.
The flesh born.
Oh, shoot. Oh, well, that was fun, I guess.
Extinguish.
Something awaits you in the well.
Darkness.
A good fight.
So that was the Abyss, I guess, one of the main bosses. Cool. It was nice. Hopefully you guys, caught him in those 5 seconds. We're at a Citadel, Stone Citadel. We're going to run this T16 map. I put some mods on it, corrupted it, and it turned into a T16. Abyss in area spawn. 83% increased monsters. That's going to be absolutely insane. But Let's just put it in there and let's get to it. We do have a delirium as well. And I don't remember what the Stone Citadel boss is. I think it's the Act 1 boss, but I really don't remember. Yeah, let's do it. Oh. Is this? Oh, DORYANI. Oof. Where's the mirror or the delirium? Oh, it's here. We'll get to it.
They will
Get out of my way!
into
Rise!
So yeah, this is how the maps look. Pretty chaotic. Very powerful minions though. All you do is walk around and just survive while your minions do all the work. I really wonder how many monsters are going to be on my screen when the Abyss show up, bro. Like, because I have 83% increased monsters for Abyss on the map mod, so that's about to be crazy. Uh-oh, here we go. We've entered the Abyss area.
Ancient fools!
It's not bad so far. Everything's pretty much getting deleted. Slowly building our scorpions. So on Earth minions. Ooh, that one. I don't know what that was. Let's just chill back here while they do their thing. Alright. Nice. Oh, look at that abyssal depth. I'm gonna do that after I kill all the rares. You know what? Actually, let's just go do it now. Why not? There we go. It's the main rare. You just stand behind here. They do everything for you.
hate defines us all.
Oh, look at that.
You
Dead too.
defile us
Any more?
once more.
No. Give me some good, baby. Here we go. DORYANI. T16. Yeah, I got everything. I'm good. I'm good.
So, at the eve of the end,
Hope
the
it goes
demon
well,
of
man.
Vanzroth
He has a small
has
hitbox, so
finally come for me.
What a twist!
Unleashed. Inferno! I can't give up. I must save my people.
Alright, here we go. Second phase.
I will succeed. Nothing will stand in my way.
There it is, y'all. T16, Stone, Citadel, DORYANI. Easy. Oh, and we got 2 fragments. How come I got 2 fragments? Is that because it's T16? Oh, cool. But yeah, that's the build. Really powerful, especially against bosses who are like larger. When it's smaller bosses, still good, but it's a smaller hitbox. But when it's something like DORYANI's second phase, I mean, you just saw it. It absolutely obliterates it. But yeah, guys, thanks again for watching. Subscribe, like the video, help a small creator out, and, you know, enjoy.